fairly unpredictable, could play anything. His openings have become a little more mainstream over the last couple of years, but you still don't know what you'll get from Rapport. Of course, he can play e4, d4, c4, but in which direction he wants to take it, we don't know. But we'll find out every second, because clocks are running and we're off. Here comes the e-pawn, pawn to e4. Let's see what Carlsen wants to do. If he's in a solid mood, we'll play e5 and let's say the Berlin defense, but no, it's the Caro-Kann. Or been told it's been renamed the Karate Kid opening, but I'm not sure that's mainstream yet. Pawn to c6, solid choice, but also looking for a fight, a bit of imbalance. White will most likely put his pawn into the center. Black goes d5. And then, if his pawn gets captured, can recapture with his pawn reinforcing the center. Well, I'm slowly learning how to draw arrows. Rapport does play d4. And pawn to d5 on the board. Pawn to e5. The main move, or I guess still the main move, at the highest levels. White is just grabbing space and saying, this pawn will curb your development. Bishop to f5, the bishop gets out, and pawn to h4. Setting up a bit of a trap, but I have a feeling Magnus not going to fall for it. You should not play e6 here, because then after g4, bishop g6, h5. This bishop will get trapped in the middle of the board. Bishop to e4 and pawn to f3. But most likely, the world champion will see through that. The most common move played here is pawn to h5, stopping white from getting g4 in. But there are alternatives. Pawn to h6 is a legal move. I used to play pawn to c5 here. It's very bad, but used to carry some surprise. However, these top players, they usually play h5, acknowledging the strength of space, not allowing white to grab any further here on the king side. Carlsen, deep thought, seems surprised by Rapport's opening choice. No, he's obviously not out for just weighing his options. So we have 3 games going at the same time. I think it should be possible with this time control, 45 plus 10, to cover all 3 of them. Therefore, we'll do a bit of jumping if the action stalls. If anybody dares to think for more than like 10, 15 seconds, like we have here, we can switch. Although the other 2 games, I have to say, I'm not sure I feel like covering them because both feature boring queen's pawn openings. Vincent Keymer. Has to simplify. Not afraid of g5, because after king g6, he would still be threatening to exchange rooks. Therefore, white wouldn't have time to take here. But Rapport can now take here and then grab the d5 pawn. It would be white being a pawn up instead of black, as we've seen a few moves ago. Magnus has not missed this. He's probably just judged that with his rook active and his knight active, he's not in trouble here. Let's see. If Rapport goes for this, or if he tries to keep playing for the attack, he'll move his rook to e6, renewing the threat of g5 check. Rapport's time is also getting lower and lower, down to 2 minutes now. Big decision. Just take. Safer choice. Not in the mood for more adventures after rook d6. Carlsen's a pawn down, but his position looks fairly healthy if he goes rook here. But what's going on? Oh, no, it was the computer. Computer tried to move the rook from a8 all the way to a2, but got stuck on a3 there for a second. Not what happened. Do you guys see it? Was a computer error, right? White should not go king g2. Knight e3 would be slightly unpleasant fork. That's it. That goes bishop c5, covering the f2 pawn. I guess I could try to restore the material balance with rook c2, but yeah, rook c2 played. But then white has some active options of his own. He doesn't do that. He goes rook d3. He had the option to go rook d7, tending to play bishop f8, going after this pawn. Knight d2 check, blunder. White can take. Ooh, Magnus Carlsen hangs a piece. Knight d2, and Rapport immediately realizes what he's done. Rook takes d2, and after rook takes d2, there's bishop e3 check with a double attack.